So, yeah, we're back.
Back in the trap, dude. I missed it.
New York City.
Back at the Anthony Cumia Studios.
Top of the
little.
What's Ant been up to? Is that
Probably nothing good.
This is like another reunion episode, I guess. So, but we have to. It has to be a banger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Nick, you got molested anytime recently?
No. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start another beef with the ant. Yeah.
With the whole
So we're gonna make up that he said. Look, I
anything you make up, he's probably said.
Yeah, this is going to be a toughie.
Yeah.
He said, actually,
I heard Ant the other night said the only black people he likes are the African warlords that eat their enemies. And I don't know if I agree with that, Ant. You know, grow up, okay? Why don't you, just diversify your worldview?
That's right.
Actually, that might be the most. There's probably a woke take out there. That's like, it's colonial to say that Africans shouldn't eat their enemies. They're like, look, dude, first of all, you don't know albinos, okay? You don't know if they're made out of magic. So if you dismember and eat an albino, personally, I think it's very British Empire of you to say that that's not something that should be done. And then white people start eating albinos. Then we have to,
yeah.
and then Lena Dunham has to tell white people it's wrong for you to eat albinos because you're stealing culture.
After she does it for 6 months.
Yeah, she does it for 8 years. She has a show called Eating Albinos on HBO. She's like, I can eat as many albinos as I want, and I'm still beautiful. I've become a fat piece of shit from eating albinos. Don't take my picture; it steals my soul. That's the only way. That's the only way Lena Dunham will stop taking naked pictures is when she culturally appropriates soul stealing, photography soul stealing from African people.
Goddamn, boys. Yeah, we're out here. We're in Brooklyn. It's Sunday.
An Easter Sunday to remember. You remember that Mitchell and Webb look sketch?
No.
They're the homeless guys that have schizophrenia and they think they're like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I love
no,
that.
no,
I love that sketch. Yeah. They're like drunk all the time.
Dude, let's turn off the podcast and just watch Mitchell and Webb look.
Okay.
I mean, the Nazi sketch is, I think, the best sketch ever
such
made.
a good sketch.
Yeah.
I think.
But that's not even their best sketch. That's like the first sketch in like I think the first episode.
Really?
I think it might be their first.
Get the fuck out.
I know it's in the pilot.
That's why people reference that one all the time as their best one, and it's like it's a good sketch, but I mean that show is amazing.
Yeah, I haven't seen it honestly. I've just seen that sketch in like a couple.
And you've never watched Peep Show?
I've watched Peep Show, just
I
not all the way through.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I love just a scumbag that you can't. You think a pussy has to be a good person, but no. A pussy can also just be a deplorable human being.
An absolutely terrible human.
Which is kind of like, that is sort of me 50% of the time.
I know.
And the other 50, I'm an alpha who does everything he wants.
People talk like Mark Corrigan is like such a sociopath, but I have those thoughts frequently.
Oh, 100.
Yeah.
Well, we're bad people.
I guess we're bad people.
For sure.
Yeah.
You guys have any? You don't give about Easter Adam because you're a Jew, because you actually
I like eating chocolates.
The chocolates are tight.
Yeah.
Do you ever get the?
I like finding chocolates and then eating them.
The little orange joints.
Dude, I want to go look for eggs.
You want to go?
What if I just
at a fertility clinic?
crashed a children's egg hunt.
If you go to Central Park, a bunch of people do that shit. Like they have little kid Easter egg hunts. We could just go crash them shits.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Let's go right now.
Chocolate rabbits are bullshit. All the Easter related. I think we've talked about
Peeps
this.
are gross.
Yeah, Peeps are disgusting.
Dick.
Easter has particularly shitty candy.
The Cadbury eggs are good.
I don't like the cream, but the offshoots, the caramels, the peanut butters.
Oh, sort of the remixes.
Baby. Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm 100% in.
Nah, I think that shit's gross.
No,
the Reese's egg it's too much peanut butter cup.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
not
a
enough
horrible
chocolate
take.
to peanut butter.
I love the peanut butter ratio.
You like the ratio?
I like sometimes. Here's what I'll do.
I don't mind. It's not about the ratio. It's not about the ratio. It's just like. You're a glutton. I mean, Reese's Minis are the right size.
There's too much chocolate and not enough peanut butter.
Reese's Minis, you're saying?
The Minis can suck my dick.
I'm talking about you're eating too much candy. Yeah, if you eat an entire, like a whole sleeve of Reese's, you know, with the 4-cup deal.
It's a lot of cups.
You're out of your mind.
Well, yeah, just
Four's a little indulgent.
It's for sharing.
And the egg and the tree are both that size.
That's true. Yeah, I would always have. We would have the little orange. The little.
You ever see that big cup that they make? Like the novelty one they sell in like airports and shit.
The big Reese, the
big ass cup. It's a huge
like
cup.
50-pounder.
You say Reese too, right?
Yeah,
Reese's.
People say Reese's.
Reese's.
Yeah.
No, I've
always said
Reese's or Reese's.
Yes.
Reese's.
They don't say Reese's. That's a type of monkey.
Reese's.
Reese. Yeah, and
Reese's.
then
Reese's.
and then the little M&Ms are Reese Pieces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I call them.
You mean when you do the bit I do on stage on the podcast?
You do that on stage?
I've been doing that joke for like 7 years.
7 years?
Probably
100%.
I don't listen
he's
to
done
your
it.
act,
He's
dude.
done it also on the show.
On the show in front of you, probably
multiple times.
Probably no. You know what? More than multiple. I mean, at minimum,
especially DC.
At minimum 25 times. You've sat there and watched.
Remember when Adam?
All right, well,
remember when we had
I'll
Ben
change-
O'Brien on and he talked about how Wham City did a joke about when Harry met Sally and being edited in, and then the next episode when Ben left, Adam told that story like it was his joke.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I
you were
didn't.
like, you know what I want to do, and then you just described exactly what the video Wham City does.
All right, I'll change the subject. I'll change.
Yeah, you're a thief and a coward.
But
I love Easter though, man.
But the breakfast?
yeah. Don't do
The
my pussy eating
breakfast?
jokes, dude.
Pussy eating's a low impact activity, folks.
Come on, don't give away the punchlines. I gotta get on Fallon with that pussy eating joke.
No, but seriously, I'm just surprised they have guns at the zoo.
Man, I'm not at home for the first time on Easter. We have those big ass Greek Easters, so it's so gluttonous, dude.
It's like a whole goat on a spit.
Oh yeah, a couple goats, a couple lambs.
Lambs.
Wait, did you go home already?
No, I'm just not going.
When is Greek Easter?
It's actually the same one this year. Rarely it happens.
Is it a different calendar?
Yeah, it's on some different bullshit calendar. But dude, we got tsureki, this sweet bread, and I would just take a half loaf of that bitch and just eat so much chocolate. Breakfast was so goddamn good.
Chocolate on the bread.
Oh yeah, you break off a little
Nutella?
piece. Nah, not Nutella. Actual chocolate, actual Easter chocolate, and you just eat a whole half loaf of that bitch. Oh, it was beautiful. And then I would get sick as a child every year because I would just overeat lamb and.
I'm glad that stopped.
Yeah, I've learned moderation since then.
Glad you learned that lesson. That doesn't happen anymore.
My parents used to give out toothbrushes on Halloween.
Huh?
My parents used to give out toothbrushes on
Oh,
Halloween.
your family
That
sucks.
sucks, dude.
Yeah.
That's gay
Brand
as hell.
cereal.
That's brutal.
They give out cereal?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, also, if we have any Greek listeners, so what you say for Easter is Christos Anesti, which means God is risen, but Poutsos Anesti?
Put
That
sauce on nasty?
Poutsos Anesti.
Put sauce on nasty.
Poutsos Anesti means my dick has risen. So
Yeah.
that's a little tidbit for everyone. We're multilingual doing dick jokes out this month. So just Poutsos Anesti, everyone. That means my
Put
dick has
sauce
risen.
on nasty.
put sauce on
There's
it.
Poutsos on nasty.
like North Korea, they got two types of missiles, and one of them is the typo dong.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, the typo dong, and then the other one is no dong.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, hey, what type of dong you got? I got no dong. I'm genderless.
Who's on first
Yeah.
with Korean missiles?
They're literally like bombing us with ICBMs, and we're just like, which one do you use? The no dong one? Fuck
Yeah.
Dude, Kim Jong-un ain't gonna do shit.
They tested that missile.
Will it hit?
First, they showed off those ICBMs, and then they tested the missile. Like, so it doesn't like
you
the
think he
only
can
way.
hit LA?
What's that?
You can hit LA?
No, the missile immediately blew up. But I mean, yeah. Well, you're talking about in the last 10 years, they've like tested a bunch of
That's true.
like, you know, it's like, oh wow, it didn't work. But I mean, I'm sure they'll develop the technology eventually.
I don't know, man. Don't they like not have food and shit?
A
all
lot of
pale.
people are like starving to
Some-
death, but that doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
they can keep a weapons program going.
Didn't his dad Kim Jong Il? Didn't he had like Hennessy and shit, right? Like he loved the bulls. And
He loved
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse too. He had
Yeah.
like the world's biggest Mickey Mouse collection.
Well, the last like
Disney movies.
diplomatic
That's tight.
crisis we had with North Korea, Dennis Rodman went over there and solved it.
He solved it. Yeah.
Dennis Rodman rules, dude. His dad's like Filipino, and he went back to the Philippines to play basketball, and his dad didn't even show up, dude. Can you believe that shit?
Rodman?
Yeah.
Dude, he's so cool. He was like the first trans.
Is he trans or was
No,
he just?
but he wore dresses all the time.
But if Donna in a dress, does that count as being gay?
He was gender fluid.
He was gender
like
fluid.
Prince.
No, Prince wasn't gender fluid. Prince was a man.
absolutely gender fluid.
No, dude.
He was his own gender.
That's true.
That's
All right, you got me there.
It could not be any more gender fluid than that.
Nah, dude, he's a man. He just dresses in.
But
little...
Prince and
He had
Bo-
his own symbol that was like, "This is my gender." What are you
I
talking
think that was
about?
his name. Though.
Yeah, that was his name, dude.
Yeah, I know, but it's a gender symbol.
Oh yeah, it was. It
was
looked like a
based off
play
of one
on
of
the arrow and circle thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But wasn't
I
that
got
to
you.
get out of a contract?
Yeah. Yeah, so he just went by that stupid ass
Dude,
symbol.
Prince probably. Who do you think is most in the world? Prince is up there, dude.
Who's most?
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Not
I
as
don't
much.
know. More importantly, who cares, dude?
You
Let's
don't
get back
care?
on a serious topic. North
All right.
Korea.
North Korea.
What are our options?
I say they drop us in there. Okay, with a Black Hawk,
Yeah.
and we got bazookas, and then we.
I think we should send some woke comedians.
Yeah, I think we
Skull.
should send Seth Rogen.
obviously, just sending the entire Navy to sit off their shores won't do anything. So the only
true.
answer, you can't scare them, but you can send a bunch of aggrieved bloggers,
Yes.
Send Lindy.
to make them feel bad about everything that they've ever done.
They're all crying.
Yeah. We're so sorry.
They get. You think we get Kim Jong Un fired?
Yeah.
You
So
know,
that's what we do.
we just
We'll go
do a
find
tweet
old tweets of his.
That's the secret, guys. Why don't we just do that to Putin too? If we solved it, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
We'll
if Sadie beats North Korea, that'd be so cool.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to be careful with those coordinated harassment campaigns coming out of your mouth, dude.
Yeah,
I know.
dude.
I've already made 2 in the last 2 weeks.
You've made
Yeah.
some powerful enemies.
So
dude.
when is that Chapo out with
It's
you?
out, yeah.
Talking about
I
what's
mean,
her name?
it's the same story I told on Cum Town.
Sarah Lerner.
Yeah, I can't believe she did
Yeah,
the Hillary
that's her
account. That shit sucks
Yeah,
so
the-
bad.
Her middle
funny
name.
because
Her middle name is That'll.
You guys always
punch her in the
say
face. Yeah.
when I
Would you shut the up and just let that joke hit? Jesus Christ.
all right, say your joke.
Sarah That'll Lerner. That's
Oh,
very funny.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sorry, sir.
Instead of telling the story for the third time.
No, I'm just saying.
Let people riff for once. No, I just want to
Let
say
the boys
it again.
out. Let the boys hang their dongs out.
the floor.
That's what.
You know what's crazy about that song? Who's going around stopping these bodies from hitting the floor? Who's like, a body falling? I'm going to stop it. That's a key to successful stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make fun of a song.
Take a song that no one was actually listening to because
That's
who
right.
cares, and complain about
Well,
it.
it also really works if you.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing to do is take a song a black person wrote and made funny on purpose,
yeah.
and just you assume a black person can't be funny and ironic on purpose.
I love it.
So you just say, "What the f- 2 Chainz talking about?"
Mm-hmm.
and then take all the credit for it. That's the best kind.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
dude.
think of a lyric, but I can't right now.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
That's pretty good.
I love it when you call me Big Papa. Who's you? Who's
Oh,
calling me?
Before I left LA, I went to I saw Danzig's house.
Oh hell yeah!
He lives in L.A.
Yeah.
That's so
Where'd
weird.
you think he lived? Hell.
Jersey? No, I thought he lived in
The
New Jersey.
center of
I
the
thought, oh man, I did.
No, he's a Jersey guy.
I could have sworn Danzig lived in hell.
It's
On the
so
top of
funny
a
his name is
mountain.
Glenn.
in a castle, a black ass castle.
Well, I mean,
He's like 5'3", right?
yeah, and he's like so obsessed with being like spooky or whatever.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's so scared.
Well, he just let his house turn into like absolute shit. So
It's got like vines.
it's got weeds growing all over it, and like the siding's all.
Where does he
up
live in L.A.?
In Los Feliz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a nice neighborhood.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. East side.
So he just doesn't keep it at all. It's
Uh,
completely unkempt.
It's, yeah, it's all up. Like the blinds in the window are all up.
That's. Are you
Is it
sure
a
he
big
just
house?
doesn't live there?
I mean, no, not particularly.
No.
Is
but
Danzig? Does he even live there? Maybe he just left the property.
he might have like moved somewhere else because I mean, everyone you go by it and it's like that's where Glenn Danzig lives, and I mean, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that like has a sense of humor about anything at all.
That's
He doesn't
true.
seem like the kind of guy that lives in L.A. That's very strange.
Okay, well he does. I don't know.
That's weird. That's a fun fact, I guess.
Yeah, a guy in the music business. Who would have thought he'd live in
a
LA?
celebrity lives in Los Angeles.
Who's rich?
That's insane. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Glenn's never been about celebrity culture, you know? He just lives his life his way. You know? He's
I love
pale.
the damn misfits.
My
the
goal is
devil.
to be the Glenn Danzig of podcasts.
Of being gay.
Yeah, just be somebody that takes themselves way too seriously.
That's our problem, dude. We're too self-serious around here.
Yeah. I'm going to be like, first of all, I am the most evil man in podcasting. And anyone who says I'm not evil,
Let's rebrand.
I'm going to get pretty pissed off about it. I'm going to get really annoyed if you say I'm not evil.
Oh, yeah.
To the extent that I destroy my own house. So people think a pumpkin lives there. Whose house is that? Is that a jack-o'-lantern's house? What a spooky house. He's basically like...
Is that a jack-o'-lantern's house?
He's like...
There's a ghoul live there.
Yeah. Well, he's like a 9-year-old boy's idea.
He's like into Halloween.
Yeah, he's like a 9-year-old boy's idea of like what's cool.
Yeah.
But then he became famous young.
Right,
I mean,
right.
basically, a lot of like musicians
That
are
happened-
like
yeah, for
child
sure.
stars.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So they continue thinking all that dumbass shit is cool forever. But yeah, he's like a 60-year-old man that's like, boo.
Yeah, that shit is weird. I mean, Steven Tyler's the weirdest one, just wearing scarves and shit.
Yeah.
Looking gay as hell. But I would daughter. So
Liv Tyler.
Oh,
It's
Liv.
not his daughter.
Liv, you know
What?
No,
You know her
it's
as
Todd
Todd
Rundgren's daughter.
But you know her middle name is to suck dick. But no, that's not the story. It's actually
what?
Steven Tyler's daughter.
Wait, Todd Rundgren raised
Who's
her?
Todd Rundgren
Who's Todd
raised her?
Rundgren?
He's
Todd
a rock
Rundgren's-
guy.
He's a musician.
Yeah. He's a pretty good
He
musician.
does that. I don't want to work. I want to bang on my dick all day. That's all.
Yeah.
I want to bang other guys all day.
Oh, that's it. So it
I
was
just want to
some groupie in the 70s was like a lot of rock guys.
Let me suck your father's penis.
That's Sugar Ray.
That's right.
Yeah, that's not Steven Tyler.
Sucking on a penis.
Just want.
California, California, eating cum.
What were we doing
Dude.
before? Sucking out of my dick.
I love how like all the people in California that are like, oh yeah, well California's just gonna leave the union. Good luck with everything. We produce all the agriculture in the country, and it's like none of the people saying that are farmers.
Also-
Again, all those farmers.
Also,
probably
there's
voted
no
for Donald
water.
Trump.
Yeah, where are you gonna get that water?
Yeah.
Yeah, the farmers don't want to leave the union.
Yeah, the farmers hate you.
Also, don't they always talk about joining Canada? And it's like,
Yeah, you would have to join Mexico.
No, it's like
where should you join the country you have no geographical link to, or the actual country we stole you from
Yeah.
that's full of brown people?
Yeah,
fuck you,
Why don't you want to
California.
join
they would
fucking
never
Mexico?
consider that. They would never consider that. No, I think the fantasy is that they join up with like New York. That it's like New York.
Probably like
and Cal-
Seattle.
No, let me tell you, as a native New Yorker myself, I hate you, California. You will never be a part of New York.
You're
never
barely
be-
a native New Yorker, dude.
Yeah, I'm a native New Yorker.
You were born here and then you got whisked
I live-
away
I
to
live
a gay
here-
ass little suburb.
I live here. I've lived here for
Mullen.
35 years. Okay, and California will never be one of the 9 boroughs. No, there's 9 boroughs,
There's-
11 towns.
Yep.
That's the New York
we
number.
got the Bronx, Queens,
Staten Island.
Staten Island, Philadelphia,
Philly, our
Boston
little-
Market.
Have you guys ever hung out in Staten Island?
Never in my life.
Dude, it's like the island, the cool island vibes.
The Shallon Allen.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty chill down there.
They just got a lot of hammocks and shit. Everyone's wearing
Yeah, yeah,
Hawaiian
yeah.
shirts.
It's like
On
sort
the
of
aisle.
a Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville kind of vibe.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Staten Island.
Staten Island, man.
Yeah,
Irie.
we did that bit already. So
Did we?
We probably did.
We definitely did.
So,
So,
what are the
please
other
don't
boroughs?
repeat yourself.
I
on
got
the
to
show.
5. What are the other boroughs?
Radio Shack.
Pussyville.
Yeah.
Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
Pizza.
FYE. Remember that place?
Oh, hell
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What about Suncoast?
Remember Tower Records? Oh, Suncoast that was for people who like beat off too much.
Guilty.
Yeah.
What do you mean? In what sense was it? For people?
Suncoast sold like DVD box sets and like
Sold a bunch of
posters and
DVDs.
shit.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like hookups T-shirts.
What's hookups?
It was that like early or like mid '90s like hentai shirt thing.
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
There's
that's
a
right,
skate
that's
brand.
right.
Yeah.
I love hentai.
He was like cartoon girls with big jugs.
That's my favorite genre of art.
It's pretty cool.
That and dogs playing various card games. Those are my two favorite genres of art.
I went to a dog card game retrospective the other day. The MoMA.
I want to go to museums and shit. I want to go to the park. Let's talk about our plans for the summer, boys. Because first of all, we've never seen. I say we go see Billy Joel at some point. Okay,
Yeah.
that's one thing.
Why?
Yeah,
Just because Dave and Lewis just went to see Billy Joel?
At the Garden.
Did they?
Of course they did. That's where you're getting this.
No, it's not. I've said this
Jesus
on.
Christ, you gotta
I've said
shit
this
on
on
every
the
fucking
podcast
fun
before.
plan.
Yeah, because they're not your plans.
Bitch, I said this
All
in
I care-
California.
no.
Suck my dick.
The only thing I care
said
about-
let's go see
Every
fucking
other-
The only
Billy
thing I
Joel.
care about is originality, and both of you guys have a severe lack of what I would call hanging out integrity.
Dude, you just gotta
Feel hanging out ideas.
How
You're a
dare
hanging
you.
out hipster.
Listen, here's
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
thing.
you-
A
Do not
purist.
lump me in with Adam.
A purist.
Okay, because
No, what do you
Adam
mean? Now you're
100%
abandoning me?
yeah,
He's
you
the
do
enemy.
steal. You do steal hanging out
I
ideas.
steal hanging out ideas?
Well, we have the Ben O'Brien thing. We have you on record. We have something you said earlier today. However, don't
What?
accuse me of stealing the idea of going to a Billy Joel concert. Like Lewis and Dave are the only people who ever said
They
it.
literally just went 2 days ago.
I said it in California, bitch. And I didn't.
What's your favorite Billy Joel album?
It's just the one where they do doo-wop.
I like
The one that the
Stormfront.
longest time is on.
Stormfront is
The
the best
neo-Nazi
Billy Joel.
one.
Yeah. Stormfront is the best.
Okay,
Billy
we
Joel
definitely did that bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
100. There's no maybe.
Well, we've definitely talked about Billy Joel as the person in this room that it comes anywhere close to actually being a Billy Joel fan.
First
Oh
of all,
my
motherfucker,
God.
What are you
Oh
gonna
my
check us?
God.
Are you gonna, did you just?
Oh
by the
my
way, did you just say
God.
you like Billy Joel? Name 5 of his songs to me right now in real
Oh
life.
God,
Yes.
Nick's the biggest
did.
Billy Joel
He's
head,
such a
dude.
bitch,
Oh,
dude.
he was a
First of
Billy
all-
Joel fan before it was cool to like Billy Joel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I was trying.
What are you talking
to rattle
about?
off
He was-
a list.
You're trying to suck up to me by pretending you want to go.
We're
see
trying
Billy
to
Joel.
suck up to you.
Suck up to
Are
you?
you kidding?
You want
me?
to earn my. You want to earn my favor.
What a piece of shit. You're a piece of garbage. Go back
Suck
to
my
F
dick,
fucking
bitch.
piece of shit.
I was trying to rattle off a list of fun summertime ideas, and I didn't even get through one.
Okay, we're gonna go see Billy Joel. We're gonna start the Legion of Skanks podcast. We're gonna start the Real Ass Dude podcast. We're gonna start the Dave Part of the Problem podcast.
Oh yeah, that one I do love.
Shout out to the
libertarianism.
Real Ass Dude podcast. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
We're gonna get Red Eye canceled.
That was you?
Yeah, that was me. How
Wow.
fu- it's kind of weird that show got canceled, considering that it's like
They didn't pay anyone.
it couldn't get worse than
Yeah.
it's been.
I know.
What did they replace it with? Just like infomercials?
for
Call
fake
it
dick
bars
pills?
and tones.
Yeah.
It's like boo.
Yeah, the national anthem.
Yeah.
Isn't that
A
what
new
used to
national
happen?
anthem. It's a recording of Bill O'Reilly sexually harassing women. Nice legs, you. You know, back in my day, a woman like you knew her place. It's gonna be fun to get sexually harassed by him.
Oh yeah, dude.
By Bill O.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a
Yeah.
lot of raw sexual energy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
course
he's
he
Come
does.
here and undo my zipper.
Is he getting fired? What's going on?
No, they're just losing mad advertisers, but they're standing by his side.
Stand by your man, dude.
Stand by Bill.
He's this is a witch hunt, dude.
Dude, Bill went to college with Howard.
We definitely talked about that.
All right, sorry. That's the coolest thing I know about him.
Yeah, I don't know what other fun summertime activities are. Other
Going
than
to the beach.
wearing
dude.
wearing shorts.
Shorts is good.
Adam went too far. Those
Oh
are
yeah.
you got.
I'm
Those are
seeing so
disgusting
much thigh.
shorts.
What do you mean disgusting shorts? They're athletic shorts.
They're not
You
athletic.
look like
First
shit,
of all,
dude.
you lack the athletic physique to wear any type of short. and
Hey,
make-
don't judge my physique,
You literally
all right?
do not have hamstrings.
Yeah.
You just have the front of your legs.
What do you
There's
mean?
no back. There is no back.
What is
whatsoever.
this?
That's the front.
Your thigh looks like a wrist.
Yeah. Your ankles and your thighs are the same exact size.
This is
your
just-
your legs are the same size from dick to foot, dude.
Yeah, your legs look like crayons.
This is just a sporty look that I'm bringing
For
out.
you, it looks like you're wearing stilts. You
That's
have
the
no
thing.
fucking.
I feel like I get racisted by members of the POC community when they accuse white people of wearing shorts too early.
Speak
It's like-
on it, brother.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Preach.
Speak on it.
Preach.
No, it's like that's a
Nick
very
is back on his bullshit.
that's a very hack
Lord
joke.
forgive him.
to
It is
say-
hack for sure.
Oh wow, that's how you know white people Groundhog Day. They were in shorts immediately. It's like,
Groundhog Day.
yeah, I'm sorry
is
that
that?
I managed to get my shorts out of storage before you.
Whose bit is that?
What?
Martin Luther King?
Yeah,
Who came
Martin
up with
Luther
that?
Martin Lawrence King Jr.
One day, I had a dream last night that one day white people are going to be wearing shorts way too early.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go shorts. I bought. Oh, I didn't tell this. I didn't even buy white jeans, but I'm gonna be wearing white jeans, looking like Rick Ross with no shirt on all summer. But I was at Macy's, and there was a false alarm of a shooting in Penn Station, so they evacuated.
Oh, they tasered some guy, and then it caused a stampede.
Yeah, it was wild, dude. And I was at Macy's at the time, and they evacuated us, and I was just trying on jeans. Your boy may or may not have,
Just walked out.
for legal purposes, walked out of Macy's.
But what about the security tag?
I got it. I may or may not have to figure out how to get those off. So if anybody knows how
Go
to
on YouTube.
I don't want to fuck my white jeans, dude. I gotta look like Rick Ross.
It'd be
Yeah,
funnier
you
if
just
you
get
were
that-
mid-changing and you just had to leave nude. I was like, I was trying to be like a funny sketch, or it's like you get like roommates or whatever, and the smoke detector goes off or whatever in the apartment, and then one roommate just runs out of his room and out of the apartment completely naked, and is just standing outside,
It's
just waiting for
I
the
just
fire
burned some
department.
chicken, man.
Like waiting for the fire department.
Screaming naked.
What are you doing? Get out of the apartment. There's a fire. It's like 3 PM. The police show up. He's like, thank God you're here.
Arrest him for public nudity.
He's wearing a gimp outfit from
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
That'd be a fun sketch.
Let's write it, dude.
I was talking about it the other day. I thought it'd be funny to do like an Al Jolson performance.
Oh yeah.
I already blew this story by telling you guys.
No,
earlier.
it's good.
Yeah, so like it's Al Jolson, and he's like, or like a blackface performer in like the 40s, and then like part of his makeup comes off, and everyone in the audience is like, but boo! And the idea is that none of them realize that it wasn't actually a black person. They're like, that's racist. What the f- is this?
It would be funny if they sent if like cops in the 30s or whatever, the 1800s, sent undercover cops into the black community in blackface. That they thought that it was just seamless.
Yeah.
There was no way they could tell them apart.
It'd be funny. It'd be like a Chinese guy
Now
who
we're
paints
talking.
his face white, and then he tricks his way into the blackface community, and then he's wearing blackface on top of the white
On
makeup,
top of the
Double.
white.
like
Yeah.
a race gobstopper.
I hate that my mind just immediately went to how bad that is for his skin.
Yes,
Yeah.
the oil paint.
It's got to be awful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's shoe polish.
Another restrictive, terrible thing my parents used to do is not let me get my face painted at birthday parties
Why?
because it was bad for my skin.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird, dude.
Did you have childhood acne at age like
I was on Accutane, bruh.
Oh,
age
you were?
7?
No, but it wasn't bad then. But like in high school, it was real bad.
Dude, I used to get pimples on my stomach and ass cheeks,
really.
but not on my face at all.
Is that
No,
from
I
your
got it
birth
real
control
bad.
medicine that you were taking? Did your eating problem get so bad you started eating birth control?
Wasn't
I thought they were candies.
Oh, yeah.
wasn't Klebold on Accutane?
He was on birth control.
He was on
Klebold?
birthday.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Are you saying that Dylan Klebold was trans?
Wait, who's Klebold?
I have big news for the
Columbine
blaming
boy.
things on other people community. This is gonna go over great on the forums.
Holy shit. You could, man. It's a shame Nicole Mullen's still not around. You could probably do some shit like that. Just
What?
call.
Blame.
Say someone was trans and see how much traction you could get.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't understand. What's the point?
To be fun.
Yeah,
To have a nice little excursion.
yeah.
What was the point of saying Chinese people use a different New Year?
Well, the
whatever.
joke there is that like you would think that they just don't know that it's
Yeah.
that it's a month late.
Yeah.
They're like, it was a month ago.
Yeah, man. So I'm trying to be tropical. I want to go to the beach. I want to wear Hawaiians. I want to wear nice loud colors. get my dick sucked on a hammock.
My freshman year, a roommate in college had 5 Hawaiian shirts, and he was on a circuit. He wore them different one every day, and he had one that was his weekend Hawaiian shirt.
Did it really go in? Was it awesome?
He was saying that it was because it's Tommy Bahamas. That it was the
good
nicest
shit.
one. It was the good
Tommy
shit.
Bahama is so expensive. I wanted to buy some ironically, and I was at Macy's. That shit's like $120 a shirt.
Well, it's for the weekend. That's why. Yeah.
Oh,
There was this guy, Dave Hartman. He used to have a lisp, and he used to wear those 3/4 cargo pants, but to the mid-calf area. And he got really into smoking weed.
Smoking weed?
Yeah, he'd be like, "Hey, Adam, you want to smoke a little salvia? You want to smoke some weed?"
The mid-calf sock is probably, that one's never been cool.
Never.
Mid-calf sock?
Occasionally there's basketball players that do it and they look cool, but that's it.
I think if you get
Speaking of which, shouts out to Giannis Antetokounmpo, Cum Town's #1 favorite basketball player.
I think
the pride of Greek basketball. He will win an MVP one day, and he just beat the little dick ass Toronto Raptors. He had 28 points, led all scores. Yanni, I love him, dude.
Emphatic
Greek basketball, bitch.
Yeah, I guess it's
fuck the
cool.
Lakers, Adam.
I mean, whatever.
Shouts out to Giannis. Anyway, that's Stavi Sports Minute. And we're back.
Nick, what are you feeling for the NBA playoffs?
The way I usually do. I've gotten so tired of predicting things.
Who are you rooting for?
Because no one listens to me. I'm always right about these sort of things.
Yeah.
I called 9/11 literally 15 minutes before it happened. I remember I was in
7th grade.
I was in math
Stood
class.
up in class.
I was in math class, and I was like, Arabs are going to kill a bunch of people. And they're like, not again. Stop doing this. And then, lo and behold, the towers came down. Now, does that make my 365 other predictions prior to that incorrect? Every day of the year, 24/7? No, it doesn't.
No, absolutely not.
I remember just knowing nothing at all about Muslim people prior to 9/11.
Yeah, I think I just knew racist shit from Greek people.
Yeah, I had friends that were Muslim, but it's I don't know.
I just thought they were all Aladdin, basically. I just thought of Jafar and Aladdin and shit.
Yeah.
And turbans.
Yeah. And then you were like, wow, they're evil, I guess.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just, there was a real cool hate crime that happened in Baltimore right after 9/11. These people just had a convenience store called the Coco Mart. Just some old guy who I think, again, was Indian.
Mm-hmm. He's Sikh?
Yeah, he was just an old, and they just Dundalk piece of shit beat the f out of him because of 9/11. They were just like...
Well, after the Zimmerman case... There was teenagers going around beating up Mexicans. They were like, "That's for Trayvon." It's illegal immigrants getting beat up. They're like, "I do not understand."
Hell yeah, dude! That's the way you show people.
Yeah. That's what we need to do to North Korea. We need to
beat up
a bunch of illegal immigrants.
Let's start beating up Koreans, dude.
Yeah.
To show who's boss.
Well, if we bomb the Japanese, and be like, "That's what you get for being Korean." Then that's how you make them learn. Wow, aren't you glad we didn't take notes before this episode?
Yeah.
To figure out things to talk about?
I got something we can talk about right here.
What's that?
I'm grabbing my penis.
No, I am.
They can't see that, though.
I know.
Now I am.
I'm the one doing it. Guys, what movies have come out, I guess? I tried to watch that movie Lion.
What was that? It was with Slumdog Millionaire?
I don't know. I turned it off in 5 minutes.
Should we go to the movies?
I tried to watch La La Land on the plane to L.A. and I turned it off after 40 seconds.
More like Blah Blah Land. More like Blah Blah Bland.
I didn't...
You're listening to movie reviews with a sexless catty gay man. I'm 38 years old. I've had HIV since 1992. And I do movie reviews. La La Land, more like Blah Blah Bland. I don't think I'm going to top that. Moonlight, more like Snooze Light. I don't don't think so. I'm checking out on this one.
What'd you think of Logan?
Rogue One, more like Rogue No Fun. Logan, more like blows skin.
Blows skin.
Blows. The movie blows. I guess he wouldn't say that. Logan, more like Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. You guys want to go see Power Rangers?
Power Rangers, more like
Power Bottom.
Power Bottom Rangers. Dude, they all like just go into each other's asses. That's how they form that big monster.
It's a huge goatsy. That's what and it absorbs the monster.
Yeah. Well, they form a willing human centipede. Yeah, they're like the Power Bottom Rangers team assembles into the human centipede, and it's like Red Ranger ready to go. And then the last one's just dead.
I didn't realize that all that money, this Power Rangers money, is that Israeli guy that gives a ton of money to the Democratic Party.
Yeah, Saban.
Chaim Saban. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, that's where all your Power Rangers
The two
money
major
goes.
investors of Power Rangers were that guy and then Glenn Danzig.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You got a BDS from the Power Rangers if you're a true Palestinian ally.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a video of Glenn Danzig from like the mid '90s where he's giving like a tour of his house, and he has this like stupid bookshelf, and he's like, "Welcome to my book collection. This is just some of my books," and the books are like the gayest shit in the world. He's like, "This one is it's all true stories. These are all 100% documented and real." He's like thumbing through it, and he's like, "This one's interesting. It's these are all about werewolves." He's like,
imagine having to just continue pretending you believe in werewolves.
yeah, and he's like 35 years old at this point, you know. And he's like, I'm sure he does believe in werewolves, you know. He's like, these are all real. He's like, this is one of my favorite stories. Is this guy accused of being a werewolf comes out of the woods and he's shaking a baby in his mouth. That's it's real stuff, you know? And he's like trying to seem like, you know, like, yeah, wow, this guy's got such a cavalier attitude towards these werewolves.
Right.
He must be
Right.
He probably made a shit ton of
werewolves.
money off that licensing deal with Hot Topic for the skull shirt.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably loaded.
Yeah, it's probably really rich.
And then one of the other books is like, he's like, these are the lost books of the Bible. You know, so these are the ones that they didn't include in the Bible. And there's a story in here I like a lot. It's about Jesus, and he's walking, and the young boy runs up, and he runs down Jesus. He's running so fast, and it knocks him down. And Jesus says unto him, so I have been knocked down, so shall you, never to rise again. And the little boy just died right there.
Badass murderer Jesus.
Yeah, and he's like, that's pretty. I mean, he's like, that's Jesus.
He was
That's pretty
complicated.
funny stuff,
Although I
yeah.
do think, from what I remember, because you'll recall I was an altar boy. Mm-hmm. Your boy was out there, wearing the gold robes, drinking wine when the priest wasn't looking, eating the holy bread, eating the crust, because they don't serve the crust, so you get to eat as much as you want in the altar.
They serve the
inside the good shit. They chop it up into little squares, and then the altar boys could eat the crust.
I thought it's a cracker. Is that Catholic?
Nah, that's Catholic, dude. Get the f out of here.
I'm sorry.
Greek Orthodox, baby.
Yeah, that's a Eucharist.
Yeah, dude, that shit.
Is it the same? It's like the skin of
the
Hitler?
foreskin?
I mean, Jesus.
The foreskin of Jesus. No, it's the body and blood, dude. The wine is the blood. The blood is the blood you shed. Jews specifically, to be clear. And the body is the body you crucified. But I think so. Jesus got on Good Friday. They crucified him, and then he comes back Sunday. From what I remember, I think he goes to hell and like Satan up. For
He
like
fights
3
Satan
days.
for
he
3
fights
days.
him. I think even shit.
Does he win?
Yeah, but he went. But it's so gay because
Is it because like Satan was about to come to Earth and like Jesus had to
I
go
don't-
down there?
I don't really remember. I just remember he just goes and he's like badass and shit. But then he just like the moral is like forgiveness is like how you win, which is so gay. It would be so awesome if he just up Satan, then he comes back to Earth.
Yeah.
Up Jews and Romans.
What do you mean? Why Jews?
Because
He's
you,
the
you
king.
set him up.
Look, we've all seen the Passion of the Christ, dude. We know
haven't
exactly
seen
what
it.
happened.
Does he-
what
does
are
he
you
go to
talking
hell?
about?
Was that?
Does he go to hell in the Passion of the Christ?
Oh no, but that's
He got killed.
in the movie.
yeah.
They make it clear that it's the Jews' fault.
What do you mean the Jews? Okay,
There's a
guys.
villainous hook-nosed ass who's clearly at fault.
Okay.
And Satan looks very Jewish in Passion of the Christ.
Well,
I believe.
I don't know about that. I think it was the Romans that killed him.
Nah, dude, you did spells on Pontius
we
Pilate.
didn't do. Oh,
Yeah.
you're. I have a question.
You had a little spinny black and white thing.
I have
and
a
you,
question.
And you made him.
Yeah.
I have a question for you about.
Passion of Christ,
About
more like
Easter.
the bad fashion.
Advice. Bad
Shabby.
fashion advice.
Yeah.
Bad fashion? Why?
Bad fashion.
Because sandals.
doesn't dress very well.
I love the gay movie review guy is basically Bill Maher.
yeah. It's the same impression.
Crucifying Jesus. Whose idea was that?
How was Bill Maher? You never talked about it.
I didn't go.
You didn't go?
No, because Brandon.
What?
Yeah, Brandon ruined it. Like he
Dude.
ruins everything.
You didn't go to Bill Maher?
I got tickets for Thursday, and then I said, Brandon, you want to come? And he said, that's just the rehearsal. I can get us tickets for Friday. And then we didn't go.
Yeah.
He
You
didn't get
the
us the
tickets?
tickets because he didn't get us the tickets.
God damn it!
Anyway,
what a piece of shit.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is it called? Why they got? What? Why they gotta call it Good Friday
Uh-huh.
if that's when he's dead? Right? If that's when they
Well,
killed
good
him.
used to mean something different.
Yeah, good used to mean bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
In Aramaic.
Oh, she bad.
Yeah.
Aramaic good means bad.
But if
Yeah.
if a girl is bad, that means she's sexy.
Well, it means fat.
Yeah.
You know, it's like how fat used to mean bad, and then they changed it to PHAT, which means pretty hot and tempting.
Right.
And then
Which
that
is
meant
what I
nothing.
am. When everyone calls me fat, that's what they're saying.
That doesn't mean anything anymore. And now regular fat, we're supposed to pretend like it means. I mean, it is beautiful.
Yeah, watch it, Nick.
Yeah.
Fat
Nick, they're
is
monitoring.
beautiful.
Shh, guys.
Yeah. They're all listening.
monitoring us. We have to pretend being fat.
Why
is
can't
good.
people just be ugly anymore?
That is.
It's as someone who just
Some people
like,
are just ugly.
As somebody that just like accepts, like, you know, yeah, I'm not a beauty. People used to just have to do that. You're just
Yeah.
not a hot person.
Yeah.
Live your
Yeah.
life. And now it's like,
Well, you're forced to. Pretend in my head. I still believe I'm sexy. Like,
Yeah.
but the world reminds me every day that I'm not. Every time I try and it doesn't work, I'm like, oh, that's right.
women owe me sex, dude. You heard it here first.
Women owe all of us sex.
Women
except
owe
Adam.
Stavros sex. They owe me money.
Oh, really?
That's really.
Are you
look, I
pimping?
just- no.
Are you tricking?
I want enough money for my not a ranch, but plot of land that I don't do anything with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, to be a hermit is what I want.
What are you
So
gonna
you're
do?
gonna-
Where I can
You're gonna
sit in
turn-
the woods and develop intercontinental ballistic missiles and threaten Canada and Israel.
Israel?
The United States government does nothing about it.
Oy
There's
vey,
just some
why
guy.
Israel?
Look, he has a very popular podcast. We can't do anything to stop this man who's developing intercontinental ballistic missiles and pointing them at Israel in the middle of Pennsylvania.
Shout out, by the way, to the cum boy that was the Jewish kid calling all those JCCs with bomb threats.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't a cum boy. Come on.
Oh, he had to have been.
Well, half our listeners are in Tel Aviv.
That's true.
That's
look
true.
at
We
the,
got a huge fan base out there.
They all work
this is
at-
actually
they
this
all work at the
entire
Hooters.
podcast is just a Mossad operation.
Mm.
Yeah, we're covert.
Well, the whole
Mossad.
plan is we turn the nation into a bunch of degenerates with
Smart.
borderline ironic, racist, anti-comedy.
Yeah.
Where there's no discernible actual jokes. The joke is that it's not a funny or good show. And then we say things that are racist, but we don't mean them. But then I actually kind of do racist shit in real life also. So everyone is enters
Yeah, we walk a
state,
fine line.
Yeah, everyone enters a state where they don't know why they're doing or
This comes straight from the top. Netanyahu's.
Yeah.
This was his idea.
BB writes this all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're reading scripts right
the whole
now.
show because basically they said we could violate Fked if we do it.
Yeah,
Who's that?
we're trying to smash.
And she's got
She's
that
like
good
this
pussy.
Nazi in
She's
the
this absolute Nazi
in
that's
the
hot.
Knesset that's
Oh,
like
really?
fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
she looked good.
Oh,
She's like
nice.
married to like a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's like,
Probably
we
fucks
should.
good.
You know what she's like? She's like
the only good Palestinian is a dead one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, calling them all like snakes and vermin and like
Jesus
openly calling for like
Christ.
concentration camps.
But
Holy
she's fired.
fuck.
But yeah, she's hot. She's like
She's hot, dude. She's allowed to do it.
Look,
That's
I tell
true.
you, here's exactly who she's like. The bitch from Saving Silverman.
Yeah, Amanda Pete.
Yeah, but
Amanda
the character,
Peet.
not just Amanda Pete. Like
So
she doesn't look. I mean, I guess she kind of looks like.
She
her
looks a little bit like Amanda.
I would
Peet.
love
She's-
to-
She's
Amanda
that
Pete's
character.
fire, dude.
And I am the Arlie Ermy character.
You see her tits in the whole 9 yards?
Who's Arlie Ermy? He's the one who turns her out.
Arlie Ermy is the one that goes down to the basement to kill her.
Oh yeah.
He's the old football coach.
That's right.
He's the drill sergeant in
But they end
Full
up
Metal
fucking.
Jacket.
Oh, yeah.
They end up-
Steers and Queers.
God damn, it's good to see you boys. That guy.
Yeah.
The one that Pile kills.
That guy rules.
Yeah, Pyle
man.
kills him.
He's
Spoiler
dead, right?
alert.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was
he
a
dead?
real...
No, Arlie Ermy's not dead.
It was a real kill. No, he died in the Crow style.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So all right, we get to her, and that's what we get out of it.
So Mossad makes us do this so we can. It's sort of like how Russia today was like is like really pro Occupy because they want like to undermine the United
Destabilize.
States and destabilize. That's like basically what the Mossad is doing with Cum Town. They're trying to poison the minds.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I think is working great. I think that we gotta do that trip to Tel Aviv and do.
Well, we also work for Russia.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's confused about what we're describing, you just need to see the movie Munich with Eric Bana.
What happened to Bana, dude? He had a good career there for a
Dude,
while.
Eric Bana was a stand-up.
Really?
Before he was like an action star, he was an Australian
Now
stand-up.
he's a little Syrian girl.
Oh yeah, that girl.
That like
Wait,
fake
she's
account on
fake,
Twitter,
right? Yeah, she got a book
course.
deal.
Yeah.
Of course she's fake.
Is she? She definitely is fake, right? Is that confirmed?
I barely paid attention to that story, but
Me
it seems
too,
like
but
it's
I think
fake.
she's
I've
fake.
decided she's fake.
I think everything's fake. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't trust anything.
Well,
You know, it'd be funny if they
Smart,
just
dude.
if they
They're
like,
all lying to us.
if they like to make that same account, but just put giant breast implants on the girl, and like huge tits on her, and then just have all of her comments be like, "I am 100% real." That would be hilarious.
That's a good bit.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Tits, big tits on a child.
Big
is funny.
tits on a child.
It is funny. It's
Yeah.
here's the bit, guys.
Yeah, I want to make America great
Child.
again hat that says "Big tits on a child." Then just show up to Berkeley. No one knows who to punch.
Yeah. Oh, dude. How about those
Yeah.
tough ass neo Nazis that punched the? That bitch's head. She was like tiny as hell.
I didn't see who they punched.
Dude,
They
this
punched
little
them
ass
like
wo-
But
dreaded ass.
those black
tiny
bloc
woman.
people punched a woman last time.
Did they?
Yeah, they like hit her in the head with like a piece of iron and then
Jesus
maced
Christ.
I thought they maced a woman, but they didn't punch.
her. No,
her.
there's something that had like a bar or a tube or something.
That girl with the MAGA hat.
yeah.
Yeah, they maced her.
I don't know.
And she was like, I am under assault.
Basically, here's how I feel.
There's
I'm
a video-
better than all of these people.
Yeah.
And I have the best opinion, which is full irony. No sincerity about anything. You just sort of distract yourself until you're dead by saying things you don't mean.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
That's the only correct ideology.
Oh man, how long do you think till we die? Till we get the sweet release of death?
Probably early. A part of me does feel like we're gonna find out that like Wi-Fi and cell phones like do have some kind
Oh,
of
cell
Cancer
phones
thing?
definitely.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, people are like, "There's no link," and they're like, "Well, there's kind of a link."
I do, totally. The way like the Romans didn't know they were drinking poison ass lead water.
Yeah.
We're gonna just die in 100 or 1,000 years.
We were using lead paint until like the 70s. I mean, there's plenty of shit that
We're
people are
gonna
like
die.
confident about, like, you know, any kind of technological advance.
And
That'd
we're
be
really
great.
the first
Everybody's
generation.
dying at like 35, 40 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
All of my friends, I don't have a single friend that lived past 37 years old.
What are you talking about?
They're all dead, dude. I've lost 82 friends in the last year. to cell
Norman's
phone
old as
cancer.
shit.
Yeah. It's actually surprising that
He
he's
doesn't
still
use
alive.
phones.
Because I met him, he must have been like 39, and he already looked like he was 70 years old. The guy smokes like 4.5 packs of cigarettes a day. Anytime he's like, we would like, there would be like a party or something, and he'd crash on the couch, and having to like hear Norman wake up, and like that
Did
process.
Norman vote
of-
for Trump?
No, I'm sure he did.
But he's like really anti.
I'm sure he voted for Gary Johnson.
Gary
Yeah,
Johnson.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
like a libertarian.
He would have voted for Gary Johnson no matter what.
Yeah.
Right. That guy ruled, man. Gary Johnson. We didn't. I don't
Yeah.
think we talked about him enough.
Well, I love how everyone was like, you know, when he was like, "What is Aleppo?" and everyone laughed at him, and it's like, that kind of is the best foreign policy.
yeah.
I mean, you can trust him not to do anything.
Yeah.
If he's like, I don't know what the f- is.
Also,
even.
yeah, it's not like Trump
I'm not
knows what
spending.
Aleppo
I'm not
is.
spending $100 million to bomb a thing I've never heard of.
I love when he just was like, "Yeah, I stopped smoking weed to run for president."
That's chill, dude.
He's like, "Yeah, I don't smoke now because I gotta focus the next couple months." But as soon as this election's over, baby,
I'm gonna blaze. Yeah,
I'm a 420 blaze it up. He called Trump a pussy. That was awesome.
yeah, that was cool.
And then he talked about how he like rides like
He likes to
bikes or
hike
some
and shit,
Yeah,
bike.
yeah.
Yeah, he rides men.
Oh,
Is he gay?
Yeah.
I think that is like the height of libertarianism is to just be gay.
Being gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other movies are out lately?
There is Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures. More
Oh
like,
no, that one. Don't do that one. Actually,
What?
Hidden.
Shidden Figures? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I forgot it was the movie about the Black
Skip
Space
that
program.
one.
Oh, wow.
Do not do that one.
I mean, that's such a good pun, though. That's literally the
I
plot
know.
of the movie. That's like the plot of the.
don't do it, Nick.
I'm not gonna do it. You're the one that said it. I'm complimenting your
Yeah.
joke that you implied and put it in
Yeah.
everyone's head.
He's
I was doing that this
complimenting your
week.
dirty
You know how
mind.
like when we dropped that the Moab, the mother of all bombs
Yes,
on
yes.
Afghanistan. I was like
Yes.
texting people saying like, "Did you hear about this new bomb, the Noab?" And it makes them do it in their head.
yeah.
That way you don't get in trouble for it. And they're like, "That's immature." And I'm like, "What? I didn't say
anything.
The nephew of all bombs." That's what I was implying. The neighbor of all bombs.
Did you see that clip of Fox News showing the footage set to Toby Keith? And they're like, folks, this is what freedom looks
Yeah,
like.
that's insane.
It was sickening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're happy. Like,
It was
people are
a-
dying, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just watching
No,
them
no, no,
die.
no, they killed 26 people. They really wanted to bomb
Oh yeah,
the
that's not
tunnels.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought you meant like 50 people
Yeah.
died. 26 is like
No, no, no. They spent $300 million to kill 26 people.
Yeah, we're just... This just shows that we're just...
We're
like,
so
you can't do anything. Like,
yeah, but
they're just...
people like to talk about those costs as if like pretty much all like material costs money. You know, like an M16.
Well, no, it's
an M16 costs $480 million to produce.
well, the bomb
Whoa,
actually,
really?
I think, cost like a couple million. But they're when people were putting up that tweet about this could solve Flint's water crisis 2.5 times over, it's actually the price of the entire Moab program. So
Yeah.
it's like it's not the actual
still
price of the bomb.
pretty
Well,
expensive.
how much is the price of the Noab program? The nephew of all bombs. The Pontiac bomb. yeah. You know, Pontiac stands for it. That poor old nephew. thinks it's a cow. Remember that joke? I remember the
Yes.
first time I heard that.
Yes.
But it's like, it didn't make sense to me because I'm like, but they're the only people that drive Cadillacs.
Yeah.
They also have the Cadillacs. They don't- What does Cadillac stand for?
Crazy ass
Yeah.
dick in lots
Mhm. What's Buick stand for?
asses. Lots of asses.
Bitch
Cocks.
ugly. Inside. Caca.
No, Kaka's a K. Oh, that is a K.
Buick.
Big umbrella. No. balls
buying-
under, inside cock.
Yeah.
Candace. a
Buying.
woman named Candace. with
Buying a
K.
used Imperial costs. Cut. I mean, I only know one word that starts with
Yeah,
K.
that's the
so I
problem.
don't-
K is the
What word is that?
It's nephew.
with a silent. It's a KNU.
Yeah.
Nephew?
Yeah.
It's like knife.
Yeah.
Knife you.
Well, that's probably going to do it for this one.
Yeah.
And, solid reunion episode.
The boys are back in town.
Back in town.